All right, let's talk Seattle Seahawks. Last Sunday, they made a statement with a big-time dominating victory over a team a lot of people thought was the best in their division, the Atlanta Falcons. Now the Seattle Seahawks sit atop of their division, the NFC West, and with all this momentum building, they got some more news at a key position. They're just getting better and better. I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, the Seattle Seahawks flying under the radar. They are the number one team right now in the NFC West. A lot of people thought it would be the 49ers. A lot of people thought the Rams would be good again. The Cardinals, people thought year two, this was going to be a big jump for them. Not so. So far, Mike Macdonald, the Seattle Seahawks, battled through some adversity, a little bit of a losing streak, got a massive victory over the Falcons, like I mentioned, and now more good news. Some of their hurt players are returning or getting close to returning, which allows them to start to build serious momentum in the middle of the season. Let's pull up this report courtesy of NBC Sports. Help is on the way for Seattle's offensive line. The team has designated offensive tackles Abraham Lucas and George Fant to return to practice on Wednesday. Lucas, 25, played only 6 games last season due to a knee injury. He had surgery in January to correct it and has been on the physically unable to perform list. Head coach Mike Macdonald noted earlier this week that Lucas will likely need some time in his 21-day practice window before he plays. All right, so what does this mean? Does that mean Lucas is going to come back Sunday and immediately be an upgrade to the Seahawks offensive line? No, obviously it's going to take him probably most of that 21 days. But what it does mean is that during the second half of the season, the Seahawks will have the team they envisioned locked, loaded, ready to go. And with Mike Macdonald running the show, we've seen him a smart mind already. They can be a serious threat in the NFC West and the entire NFC. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. But first, Seattle fans, in the comment section below. Obviously, tough game this weekend. Another one, Buffalo Bills, right? Bills are a pretty good team. I think we all noticed that, but they're certainly not unbeatable. They put together a few mediocre performances for their part. Give us your prediction. Seattle, Buffalo. Give us the final score. What's it going to be in your head? Could go a bunch of different ways. Let us know below in the comment section. Really curious. Want to hear from you guys. But Mize, I will toss it over to you now. What are your thoughts on this latest news out of Seattle?
Yeah, Nick, it's about time Seattle gets some help at the offensive tackle position. I think that they have got themselves in a position where Cross has really had to do everything by himself as far as being the best offensive lineman on this offensive line. Done a great job. 85 overall PFF grade for him, number 6 offensive tackle in the league. Really a steal here. Other side of that line, kind of struggling. I think this is really great news. Getting depth back in a guy like Fant, getting another great player back and a guy like Lucas. I think this is a team that, like you said, you alluded to, it's on the upswing. Things are looking good for them. And it's weird to say that because they're already in a pretty good place. Like you said, they beat the Falcons. They came off that 3-game losing streak that was tough. They're getting momentum. Another few tough games down the stretch. But I think this is coming at the perfect time, as you said, because latter half of this season, this will be the key for the Seahawks. They have to come in, stack some wins, and really start to make that playoff push. Getting these guys back at this time was probably the perfect time. Because you got the Buffalo Bills, then you get the Los Angeles Rams, who by all accounts are beat down. They're looking to trade Cooper Kupp. This is a Rams team not at full strength, so we know they're divisional rival, but should be able to come here, battle with them. Maybe that's a good game for Lucas to come back. I like that game because what's after that? Your week 10 bye. So if not that game, definitely coming back after that. And that's when you start the feistier side of that schedule. 49ers got the Cardinals twice, a divisional rival who's playing some good football at times. Packers are good, Vikings are good. Then finish the season off against the Rams again. I think this is the perfect time for these guys to come back, and I think it's right about time because this offensive line, they need help. They're 26th in the NFL per PFF for pass blocking grade. That's not good. So I'm hoping with the addition of guys like Lucas, going to boost it up more towards the middle of the pack, help this Seattle team make that late season playoff push.
Yeah, and right now they're relying on Geno Smith to do a really incredible job, and he has. You brought up the fact that the Seahawks are 26 in pass blocking grade according to PFF. How about their passing grade overall, which of course is Geno Smith? They are 6th in the NFL, almost top 5. That shows how great Geno Smith has been, and obviously the receiving core as well gives some credit there. Despite all the issues, the injuries, and sometimes the lack of execution, on the offensive line. Now, Geno Smith is fantastic. He's proved a lot of people, including myself, wrong during his time as a starter with the Seattle Seahawks. But the reality is you can't ask him, or frankly, 99% of quarterbacks, to carry you week in and week out with bad protection. Eventually, quarterbacks wear down, or God forbid, injuries happen. You have to protect that sometimes by literally, it's in the name. You got to protect that by protecting the quarterback, making sure Geno Smith doesn't have to carry the team. I think getting a healthier offensive line is going to be a huge part of that. You don't want the quarterback back there having to do deep drops, scrambling, throwing deep verticals down the field just to bail your team out. Smith has done that a few times, didn't work out against the 49ers. Defense kind of let him down against the Lions team that, let's be honest, is killing everybody right now. But overall, the Seattle Seahawks, if they are healthy up front in the offensive line, they have the pieces to make a serious playoff run. They've got a good secondary. Pass rush is exciting. I love what Murphy has done as an interior defensive line. He continues to get better and better. We're going to do a film review breaking down his progress shortly. Offensive line is the one question mark. We know the receivers are great, of course. Can they fix the guys up front? You brought it up, bottom 6 in terms of pass blocking grade. Lucas comes back into the fold. That grade immediately goes up. Fant's a good depth piece as well, so getting him to return adds some emergency depth as well. Overall, the Seattle Seahawks team at 4-3 is about where they kind of want to be. A little bit of a tough stretch here, but if they can get out of this and get healthy coming out of their bye, they will be a serious threat in the NFC.